Hi, I'm Connolly, the New Ireland Cork South Central candidate for the coming general election. We have seen the failures of the established parties in the past, broken promises, broken systems throughout housing, healthcare and other vital areas. We need to protect the self-employed by giving them equal benefits for those of an employee. We need to invest in addiction services as it is becoming a massive issue in Cork. We need opency and transparency with our housing system and how it operates and how they prioritise people on waiting lists. And we need to build housing for those who are caught in the rental trap and those who cannot get access to a mortgage and those homeless. A vote for me is a vote for you. Vote Connolly, vote Renew Ireland number 1. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kieran Lynch and I'm your Labour Party candidate in Cork South Central. Cork South Central is not the same as it was 5 years ago. Living standards are gradually improving. Since Labour took office in 2011, over 15,000 people have returned to work in Cork. Labour has one goal. Having restored the public finances, we must continue our work in improving people's lives and investing in essential services. The most important lesson from the banking inquiry is that the mistakes of the past must not be repeated. This is no time for a gamble on our future. Once was enough. I am committed to the hard work necessary to restore stability and growth and to make our community a better and fairer place in which to live and raise a family. And with your support, I will continue this work, and that's why I'm asking for your number 1 vote.
My name is Dermot Driscoll, an independent candidate in Cork South Central, supported by the People's Convention. Consider the following. We are, in effect, ruled over by private member clubs called political parties. The people have no say. Party TDs are like Noddy, voting as instructed by head office, not according to the will of the people. We are betrayed, the vast wealth of our nation is given away, and now they want to privatise our water. We are enslaved to banks and bondholders. The future of young people is stolen. Many senior citizens live in fear. To overcome this crisis and have a bright future, we must set aside the party elite. Vote for independent democratic representation. If you elect O'Kyla, you will be represented. If you want someone who will stand up for your rights, I am your man. Gorov Mila Malgiv, Dermot O'Kyla.
My name is Donna Clune and I'm the Sinn Féin candidate for Cork South Central. Today, there are 32 people on trolleys in Cork University Hospital. There are 13,000 people on housing lists in Cork City and County. The recovery the government is talking about is not being felt on the ground. This constituency has been dominated by the traditional parties of Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and Labour for its history. We need a real alternative, an alternative focused on tackling the cost of living, on investing in our communities, investing in hospitals, education, Gardaí in the street, and creating a childcare system that is both affordable and high quality. I would ask you to vote for Sinn Féin, Donna Clune on Friday.
My name is Elizabeth Horahan. I'm running as an independent. I believe that the water charges and the privatisation of all water must be challenged in the court, which is exactly what I'm doing. A vote for Fianna Fáil will more than definitely privatise our water, and the water charges will go ahead because they signed up to that under the Troika package. Fine Gael the same. So those that have marched in their thousands, it will be in vain. I need you to help me to continue with my fight against Irish water by voting number 1 for Elizabeth Horahan. I also feel that we need a national advocacy service, and that is something that I will be promoting in the Dáil, which will represent people on an individual basis. We need a national advocacy service to hold administration accountable, be it the HSE, local government, and I intend to bring legislation into the Dáil to set up a statutory body called a National Advocacy Service that will represent you, the citizens.
Jerry Buttimer, TD, Fine Gael, Cork South Central. This election is about the future for our people and for our city. It's about us having a stable government to continue job creation, to ensure more people in Cork get back to work, to improve our public services like health and education and special needs, and it's about investing in Cork. It's also about ensuring that we have a government that reduces taxation, that makes work pay, and that invests in our people. A vote for me and a vote for Fine Gael will ensure that we will have a government that is strong, that is stable, and that's about keeping our people in work, creating work, and investing in a better quality of life for each one of us as citizens. Thank you for listening, and I ask for your number one vote on Friday.
Hi, my name is Fiona Ryan, and I'm standing in Cork South Central with the Anti-Austerity Alliance. One of the reasons why I'm running in this general election is because as a young woman, I'm sick of being given just three options for my future. We've been told to emigrate, work under free labour schemes such as Jobs Bridge, or be exploited under precarious zero-hour contracts, underpaid work. That is not a future I accept for myself, and that is not a future that young people of Ireland will accept any longer. We're tired of being let down and ignored by our government. The marriage equality referendum proves that young people can mobilise on the ground and can unite to effect real positive social change in Ireland, such as we can see with the amazing fight against the water charges. Repealing the 8th is a huge aspect of my campaign. Women cannot continue to be stigmatised, criminalised and ignored by their governments. 25,000 women in the last 5 years have been forced abroad to access safe abortions, and this needs to be addressed urgently.
I'm Jim O'Connell, People Before Profit candidate in Cork South Central. We have an unequal society. Proper healthcare is for the wealthy. There is a race to the bottom in workers' pay and conditions, enforcing poverty even on people with employment. Health is further endangered by another attempt to site a toxic incinerator in the harbour. This was defeated in the past by people power. Still, our governments allow another push to impose the incinerator on Cork. Talk of jobs takes no note of the thousands who have emigrated never to return. Workers are under attack. Highly profitable employers ignore existing contracts and reduce pay and conditions. Power of councils is transferred to unelected managers. Ministers try to ram through the merger of Cork City and County Councils and force the merger of colleges, reducing quality of education. People can't find places to live. We stand for equality and fairness. Repeal the unjust 8th Amendment, change the way politics is done, cut politicians' pay, recall TDs who break promises, clear out the establishment politicians, put people before profit. Vote number 1, Jim O'Connell. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Councillor Joe Harris. I'm running as an independent in Cork South Central. I was elected as a councillor in 2014. I was born and bred in Douglas, 6 brothers and 3 sisters. I went to school in Douglas Community School. I'm running this election because I believe we need a responsible, independent thinking. I think compassion should be the watchword. I've walked the walk and I've talked the talk. But walking the walk is the most important. Don't be ignoring this election. Take back your power. Vote for the outsider. Send a message. Vote for Joe. Thank you.
My name is Lorna Bolg and I'm a first-time candidate for the Green Party in Cork South Central. Voting for me is a vote for the economy, for equality and for the environment. The economy is only working well if it's working for you. By making the economy people-centred, we're ensuring a good quality of life. Businesses and families have been hit by record flooding in Cork recently, and it's likely to happen again. That's why the Greens are campaigning for state insurance and flood defences for the people of Cork. When it comes to a fairer society, we must make sure that every person is treated equally. This means repealing the 8th Amendment and ending direct provision. And here's my promise to you. If elected, every year I'll be donating €25,000 of my TD's wage per year back to community projects in your constituency. Let's change politics and make it work for you and for Cork. Vote number 1, Lorna Bolg.
Michael McGrath, Fianna Fáil. Hi there. It really has been a great honour to represent the people of Cork South Central in Dáil Éireann. I have worked as hard as I possibly can at a local and national level to represent the best interests of the people of Cork. In my work in the Dáil, I have always tried to focus on the issues that really matter to people. As the Fianna Fáil spokesperson on finance, I have focused on bread and butter issues such as mortgage interest rates, protecting the family home, and a range of cost of living issues that affect household budgets. I also have a personal interest in the area of disabilities and supports for children with special needs. In my constituency office, I work with wonderful staff, and we will always try to go the extra mile to help people. If you would like to see me re-elected to the Dáil, then I need your number 1 vote if possible, or your highest available preference. Thank you for listening, and thanks to everyone for their courtesy during the campaign so far.
Hello, my name is Mike Mahally, an independent candidate for Cork South Central. I am supported by the People's Convention. I'm asking for your vote. It will be a vote for the people's right. I've done voluntary work in the past few years at a resource centre in Douglas Street. We've been working for tenants' right, both in public and private rental in city and county. The political party elites have wrecked our communities. They have neglected those with special needs and disabilities. Senior citizens are left in fear of getting sick. I am an ordinary working man who stands up for our rights. I hope you will support me by moving away from the party system and vote for the independent representation. Okay? Thank you very much. Vote for me, Mike Mahally, number 1. Thank you.
My name is Neha Martin, TD. I'm leader of the Fianna Fáil party and I'm running the Cork South Central constituency in the forthcoming general election. My main objective throughout this campaign is to ensure that we have a change of government to bring about a fairer society and to bring back a sense of decency to our lives. In particular, I want to ensure that there will be greater investment in public services, in health, in education, in housing. I also want to ensure that we have more Gardaí on the streets so that people can feel safer in their communities. I'm particularly committed to education, and in that regard, we want to reduce class sizes and ensure that postgraduate students can get grants whilst studying. Above all, we want to make sure that children with special needs and people who have disabilities are catered for and are provided with the resources they need to play a full part in our lives. A fairer society as we develop our economy. That's what I am committed to.
And my name is Mick Finn. I'm an independent candidate running in Cork South Central. I'm running. Sorry, can I start again?
You can, yeah. Just know about it at all.
Sorry, no, yeah. Hi, my name is Mick Finn. I'm running as an independent candidate in Cork South Central, where I'm taking on the parties in a battle to be elected Cork's first independent TD. My main topics of interest and policy priorities are the restoration of water responsibilities to local councils, the introduction of a health and wellbeing service in our secondary schools, and tackling the A&E crisis in our hospitals, which is reaching crisis point in Cork City. If elected, I will work hard for the people of Cork on the national stage to ensure that Cork gets its fair share of the national pie.
Simon Coveney, Fine Gael, Cork South Central. I'm asking everybody to vote for me on Friday because I believe that the transition that Cork has made over the last 5 years, albeit a very difficult one, is one that is seeing improvements every week. There are 16,000 more people working in Cork today than 5 years ago. We're seeing nationally over 1,000 jobs a week being created. And so there is a recovery that's taking hold. I know that many, many families in Cork aren't feeling that yet in their own families, in their businesses. And so the reason why I want to be re-elected is to ensure that the hard-earned recovery that people have worked for is actually put to work for every family in Cork. But we can only do that if we have economic growth, if we keep putting people back to work. And so the Fine Gael model is to fix the economy first, find jobs for people and put people back to work, make sure that Cork is growing and that we're seeing investment so that we can actually fund much, much better public services over the next 5 years. Things are recovering in Cork and we want to keep that recovery going. Please vote Fine Gael on Friday.